Gain valuable knowledge from FreakOnomics by Stephen D. Levitt and Stephen J. Dubner with a condensed version presented with summaries by WisePage. In FreakOnomics, Stephen D. Levitt, an economist, and Stephen J. Dubner, a journalist, delve into the hidden side of everyday life by applying economic principles to unconventional topics. The book challenges conventional wisdom and offers unique insights into various social and economic phenomena. Through engaging storytelling and rigorous analysis, Levitt and Dubner encourage readers to think critically and question prevailing narratives. Chapter 1: What do schoolteachers and sumo wrestlers have in common? In this chapter, Levitt and Dubner explore the concept of incentives and their impact on behavior. They present two seemingly unrelated examples: the cheating scandal in Chicago's public school system and the world of sumo wrestling. By analyzing these cases, the authors reveal the power of incentives in driving individuals to make certain choices. They discuss how incentives can lead to unethical behavior and manipulate systems, highlighting the importance of considering incentives when analyzing human actions. Levitt and Dubner explain that when teachers face pressure to improve test scores, some resort to manipulating the results. Financial rewards and job security tied to performance create incentives for unethical actions. Similarly, in the world of sumo wrestling, the authors uncover collusion among top-ranked wrestlers to maintain their positions. Monetary and reputational incentives influence these wrestlers to engage in match fixing. Chapter 2: How is the Ku Klux Klan like a group of real estate agents? This chapter focuses on the role of information and its influence on behavior. Levitt and Dubner compare the Ku Klux Klan, KKK, to real estate agents to highlight the power of asymmetrical information. They explain that the KKK heavily relies on secrecy and rituals to maintain power. When a member leaked the organization's rituals, it led to public ridicule and loss of credibility. This episode demonstrates the vulnerability of groups that heavily rely on secrecy and the importance of maintaining information asymmetry to sustain power. In the real estate market, agents possess more information about properties than their clients. Levitt and Dubner explore how this information advantage allows agents to exploit knowledge gaps and potentially engage in unfair deals. By highlighting the consequences of asymmetrical information in real estate transactions, the authors underscore the significance of access to information and the potential for manipulation. Chapter 3: Why do drug dealers still live with their moms? In this chapter, Levitt and Dubner challenge the common perception of drug dealers as wealthy and living extravagant lives. Through their research and interviews, they present a different reality, one where the majority of drug dealers earn meager incomes and face significant risks. The authors delve into the economic structure of the drug trade, revealing its hierarchical nature. They explain that only a small fraction of dealers earn substantial profits, while most struggle to make ends meet. Levitt and Dubner emphasize the similarities between drug-dealing organizations and legitimate businesses, such as the division of labor and the presence of management. Using the concept of human capital, the authors analyze why individuals engage in drug dealing despite its risks and limited financial rewards. They explore the role of socioeconomic factors, limited job opportunities, and the allure of fast money. By examining the economic incentives and motivations behind the drug trade, Levitt and Dubner challenge preconceived notions about the industry. Chapter 4: Where have all the criminals gone? In this thought-provoking chapter, Levitt and Dubner investigate the correlation between legalized abortion and the decrease in crime rates during the 1990s in the United States. They propose the unwantedness hypothesis, suggesting that the availability of abortion led to fewer children being born into adverse circumstances, subsequently reducing the number of potential criminals. The authors analyze statistical data and historical trends to support their argument. They demonstrate that states that legalized abortion earlier experienced larger declines in crime rates. Levitt and Dubner confront the controversial implications of this connection, acknowledging the ethical and moral complexities associated with their hypothesis. By examining the relationship between abortion and crime rates, the authors challenge readers to consider the long-term societal effects of reproductive choices. Levitt and Dubner highlight the broader impact on crime prevention strategies, encouraging a deeper examination of the factors that contribute to criminal behavior. Chapter 5: What Makes a Perfect Parent? Levitt and Dubner challenge traditional notions of parenting in this chapter, arguing that parental socioeconomic factors, such as income and education, have a more significant impact on a child's development than commonly believed parenting practices. They question the extent to which parental interventions, such as reading to children or extracurricular activities, directly lead to improved outcomes. The authors draw on research studies and data analysis to demonstrate that socioeconomic advantages play a crucial role in a child's well-being. They explore how disparities in resources and opportunities can significantly influence educational achievement, cognitive abilities, and future prospects. Levitt and Dubner urge readers to reconsider the popular narrative that parenting practices alone determine a child's success. By highlighting the significance of socioeconomic factors, the authors encourage a broader discussion on how society can address inequality and provide equal opportunities for children. They emphasize the importance of policies that focus on creating supportive environments and reducing socioeconomic disparities to foster positive outcomes for children. Chapter 6: Perfect Parenting, Part 2, or Would a Roshanda by any other name smell as sweet? Continuing the exploration of parenting, this chapter delves into the influence of a child's name on their life outcomes. Levitt and Dubner examine naming patterns and the stereotypes associated with different names, shedding light on the socioeconomic implications of naming choices. The authors investigate studies that suggest certain names can impact a person's opportunities and socioeconomic status. They present evidence showing potential biases in hiring practices, school disciplinary actions, and social judgments based on names. Levitt and Dubner discuss the complex interplay between names, societal perceptions, and life outcomes. By uncovering the potential consequences of naming choices, the authors prompt readers to reflect on the systemic biases and judgments that can arise from preconceived notions associated with names. They highlight the importance of recognizing and challenging these biases to promote a fairer and more inclusive society. Chapter 7: The New Ku Klux Klan. In this chapter, Levitt and Dubner examine the power of information and its role in society. They focus on the concept of information asymmetry, the unequal distribution of knowledge among individuals or groups, and its potential for manipulation. The authors discuss the role of information control in various contexts, including online auctions and the modern Ku Klux Klan. They highlight how information asymmetry can be exploited to deceive and exploit others. Levitt and Dubner emphasize the importance of transparency and the potential dangers when information is controlled or hidden. Through these examples, the authors underscore the need for open access to information, accountability, and critical thinking to safeguard against manipulation. They advocate for policies and practices that promote transparency and empower individuals with knowledge. Chapter 8: What Makes a Perfect Parent? Building on the previous chapter, Levitt and Dubner further explore the multitude of factors that influence a child's development. They emphasize the complex nature of parenting and the interplay of various influences beyond the parental sphere. The authors examine the impact of socioeconomic factors, such as income, education, and neighborhood quality, on a child's outcomes. They discuss the role of peer effects, educational opportunities, and societal factors in shaping a child's development. Levitt and Dubner challenge the notion that parenting alone determines a child's success, advocating for a more comprehensive understanding of the multifaceted nature of child-rearing. By highlighting the importance of addressing broader societal factors and promoting equality of opportunities, the authors call for policies and initiatives that focus on creating supportive environments for children to thrive. Chapter 9: The Suicide Paradox. Levitt and Dubner delve into the surprising relationship between wealth and suicide rates in this chapter. They challenge the conventional understanding that higher income leads to lower suicide rates by presenting evidence that countries with higher incomes often have higher suicide rates. The authors explore the complex interplay of factors that contribute to this paradox. They discuss social isolation, loss of community ties, and increased pressure in affluent societies as potential explanations. Levitt and Dubner emphasize the limitations of economic analysis in understanding and addressing suicide, encouraging readers to consider broader societal and cultural factors. By addressing the complexities surrounding suicide, the authors advocate for a holistic approach that goes beyond economic factors. They emphasize the need for comprehensive mental health support systems and societal interventions to address the underlying causes of suicide. Chapter 10: What do schoolteachers and sumo wrestlers have in common? Returning to the initial question posed in the first chapter, Levitt and Dubner revisit the concept of incentives and their influence on behavior. They draw parallels between cheating in the education system and collusion in sumo wrestling to further illustrate their points. The authors explore the underlying motivations for cheating and collusion, emphasizing the role of incentives in driving individuals to manipulate the system. They discuss the ethical implications of these actions and the consequences they can have on institutions and society. Through their analysis, Levitt and Dubner challenge readers to critically evaluate the incentives embedded in different contexts and consider their potential impact on individual choices and societal outcomes. Conclusion: FreakOnomics offers a captivating and thought-provoking exploration of the hidden side of everyday life. Levitt and Dubner employ diverse examples and rigorous analysis to challenge conventional wisdom and encourage readers to think critically about the complex forces that shape human behavior and societal outcomes. By examining unconventional topics through an economic lens, the authors prompt readers to question prevailing narratives and explore alternative perspectives. FreakOnomics serves as a catalyst for intellectual curiosity and encourages readers to embrace a deeper understanding of the world around them. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you just watched, please support us by liking and subscribing. Make sure to enable notifications so you'll be the first to know when we release new videos.